Hey guys, what's up? It's Scott Clark with Scooter Media, and today I'm going to show you how to add transitions to your video clips in Premiere Pro. On this channel, we provide filmmaking tutorials and tips and tricks, as well as doing some product reviews, so if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Let's get into it. For this example, I've dragged a couple of video clips onto the timeline, and to add the first transition, we're going to right-click in between the two clips and choose Apply Default Transitions. This will add a cross dissolve to the video clip and a constant gain to the audio clip, which are the default transitions. These transition durations can then be shortened or lengthened by hovering over the end of the transition and dragging the end of the transition forward or back, or by double-clicking the transition and changing the time in the pop-up window. If you wish to delete one of the transitions, just click it to select it and then hit the delete key on the keyboard. If you wish to add transitions other than the defaults, go to the Effects panel. If you don't see the Effects panel, go up to Window and then down to Effects. In the Effects panel, scroll down to Video Transitions and open the folder, and inside you'll find a whole bunch of subfolders that contain the different transitions. Open one of the subfolders and choose a transition that you'd like to use. To add the transition to your clips, just drag the transition from the Effects panel and drop it in between the two clips. Now I have the push transition between the clips. If you wish to change the default transition to something other than the cross dissolve, simply right-click on any transition in the Effects panel and choose Set Selected as Default Transition. There's also a folder for audio transition in the Effects panel, and they can be dragged between the audio clips on the audio track of the timeline. To view a transition's more advanced properties, click on the transition on the timeline, and then go to Effect Controls. In here, we will see a preview of the transition that we can change the direction of by clicking the points on the preview depending on the transition, the duration of the transition, which we can change, and the alignment of the transition, which we can change from center at cut to start at cut or end at cut, which will change the position of our transition between the clips. Below are a few more options, but the only one I personally use is the reverse option to reverse the direction of the transition. For instance, if I change the push transition to reverse, it will push from the opposite side. One thing I should mention is that there may be times when you want to add a transition between two clips, but an error message comes up saying insufficient media, the transition will contain repeated frames. Normally this happens when you try and add a transition to two clips that haven't been cut or trimmed yet, and Premiere is basically saying it needs more frames of video for this transition to work properly. You can ignore the message and hit OK, and the transition will still work, it just may not be as smooth as normal. The way to fix this is to trim a little bit off the end of the first clip and to trim a little bit off the beginning of the second clip, and then add the transition. This will allow Premiere to use the frames needed to make the transition work properly. I hope this video helps you guys with adding in transitions in Premiere Pro, and if you guys found value in this, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, as it really does help YouTube push my videos to a larger audience. Thanks for watching today's video, I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.